Okay. Good evening. You can hear me now, right? Yes. Okay. Can you send me message? Yes. Good evening. Okay. As I informed early, next Saturday mean 30th of next Saturday mean day after tomorrow, right? 30th of day after tomorrow, Saturday, you have exam. It is a 30 MCQ exam. It has only 30 MCQ, 30 MCQ questions from both lessons, measurement and measurement plus forces. Measurement plus forces, and it has 24 questions from force lesson and remain 10 questions from measurement lesson. And your marks I will give you within the same day. Within the same day, I can give you mark. You will in the morning. I will take a 5-minute meeting. Saturday morning. Then I will explain what are the things you need to know in your exam time. How you write answers and how you upload the answers. Every instructions I will give you in the morning within 5 to 6 minutes meeting. Then after we can start. Okay, this meeting is compulsory for all. Okay, Saturday 8:30. 8:30 morning. Okay, any doubt, any problem about your exam? You can ask now, because now we're going to discuss the tutorial paper. I hope you already completed the tutorial now. I told complete the before today class. Complete it with the before today class. Are you done? Are you complete? Dinul? Okay, I hope you all have tutorial paper. I hope you all have tutorial paper. If don't have, please send me message. If anyone couldn't find the paper, please send me message. I have already uploaded it into the your website page, course page. Everyone okay, no? Sanur, Mariam, okay, I told her. Sarmia, I found. And are you complete? Okay, this is the paper. You all completed. Very good. Okay, this is the paper. Okay, the topic is different from view one. Okay, the question number 1, very simple question, no? Question number 1, come to question number 1. Okay, today this discussion try to get maximum full understanding of this concept, because your first lesson, I told in first lesson there are 20 questions in the exams, in a Saturday exam, lot of questions based on this, based on the these questions, in these tutorial questions based for the lot of questions in the Saturday exam. Okay, therefore in this paper we discussing some concept and different calculation and everything. You have to mainly focus and try to get understand. Okay, an object of mass 200 kilogram is an accelerating with 2.5 meters per square second acceleration. The unbalanced force that can act on the object. Okay, very simple question. The first question, it is very simple, no? There is an unbalanced, there is a object, there is object like this. The mass of the object is 200 kilogram. The mass of the object 200 kilogram, and it is accelerating with 2.5 meters per square second. The acceleration unit is meters per square second. Already we discussed that. Good. Yeah, some students sending answers, all are correct. The question asks the unbalanced force. Okay, first of all, no need to think, it is question given this object is unbalanced. Okay, how we decide if it is not given, this question it is not given unbalanced, how we decide this object is balanced or unbalanced? කොහොමද decide කරන්නේ balance the unbalanced කියලා? How? Anyone? You can use Newton's law. You can use Newton's law. Yes, by acceleration. Good. You already know in Newton's first law, he explained if there are no any unbalanced force act on any object, rest objects are rest and moving objects moving only uniform velocity. Is it impossible to, if it is balanced, impossible to accelerate? Therefore, balanced objects, if resto, moving with uniform velocity according to Newton's first law. Got Newton's first law. If we come to the Newton's second law, what is the Newton's second law? If there are any unbalanced force act on any object, the object is accelerating. This acceleration value directly proportional to the unbalanced force, and do you remember? This acceleration directly proportional to the unbalanced force and acceleration inversely proportional to the mass of the object. Acceleration inversely proportional to the mass of the object. According to this relationship, we got equation F equal ma. According to this relationship, we got the equation F equal ma. Then what is F? What is F? What is F? What is F? What F can? What is F? Yes, unbalanced force. It is unbalanced force. Can you send me? It is unbalanced force. Unbalanced. It is unbalanced force. Can you send me two different names, similar names for unbalanced force? Make it කියන්න පුළුවන් තව නම් කියන්න බලන්න. What are the, what else? Say yes, very good. Yeah, unbalanced force, correct. Yes, another name, net force. Net force It's another similar name. What happened? Net force. What else? What else? What else? What else? Yes, resultant force. Good. Resultant force. Same thing. No? Resultant force, unbalanced force, net force. This is F. This is F. F is not just force. It's wrong. Okay. If you say F is force, it's wrong. The F is unbalanced force, resultant force, or net force. Good. Effective force. Effective force also I think correct, but in that we not use commonly. That they are the common terms that we frequently use. Okay, now you already know if it is the object accelerating, if it has acceleration value, therefore it is unbalanced, then you can get the F equal ma equation. F equal ma equation. Then the mass of the object 200 kilogram, the acceleration of the object 2.5 ms minus 2. The answer is 500 Newton. The answer number 3. The answer number 3. Understand the concept. This F equal ma, everyone can substitute and get the answer for first time. But understand, we can use F equal ma. This object is correct for the Newton's second law. The Newton's second law explaining concept is parallel with this object. That's why we can use the Newton's second law equation. Okay, you have to get the point each and every question, not only answer. Try to get the point. You need to learn something every question. Okay, question number 2. Question number 2. Students open a tap by applying a force as shown in the figure. The total moment of force. Okay, what we called as this type force system? The rotation of a tap and the steering wheel and the rotation of a screw. What's the name? Very good. Yes, it is couple of force. Couple of force. Couple of force. Now the question asks about force system. Okay, now what is a couple of force? Before go to the question, what's how we define the couple of force? Couple mean two. We already discussed. Couple mean two. Two forces acting along opposite direction. Two forces same magnitude acting along opposite direction and acting on two lines without one line, that we called as couple of force, like this. Like this. 2 Newton, 2 Newton. Equal magnitude, opposite in direction, and act on two lines. Two lines. Two lines compulsory. If it is act on same line like this, 2 Newton, 2 Newton, it's not considered as couple of force. Why? It is not no any rotation. It's only the two force only. But if it is couple of force, same magnitude two forces act along opposite directions and two lines. It should have three main characteristics, three main requirements to consider as couple of force. To consider as couple of force, it should have three main characteristics. What are the characteristics? Same magnitude, opposite in direction, and act on two lines. Two lines. Okay. Now how we get the can you send me equation for the this force system, moment of force asking. Now it is a couple of force. I told in the lesson we have equation to calculate the movement of a couple of force that we called as movement of the couple of force. Do you remember? Movement of couple of force. Movement of couple of force. Movement of couple of force. Send me equation. Movement of the couple of force. Yes, very good. Others, how you get the movement of a couple of force? Only I have 5 answers. Others, send me all. Yes, very good. Very good. How we get, yeah, not a, all, yeah, I need this answer. The force multiplied by one force value multiplied by the perpendicular distance between two forces. The perpendicular distance between two forces. Yeah, very good. Mariam, very good. The one force value multiplied by the perpendicular distance between two forces. Okay. Now, how we get the moment of couple? One force value, that's mean 2 Newton, not 4 Newton. Sometimes students use this 4 Newton, 2 plus 2, not 2 plus 2. One force value, both forces same value, same, the equal in magnitude. Therefore, only you need to get one value, force, one force value multiplied by this distance, 0.1 meter. Then the answer is 0.2 meter, Newton meter. So 0.2 Newton meter, 0.2 Newton meter. Answer number 4. Answer number 4. Answer number 4. Answer number 4. Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay, 0.2 Newton meter. Okay, come to question number 2. When these two forces act on the same point, okay, the same point is very important. When two forces act on the same point, that means two forces given in separately. Two forces are given separately. 12 Newton into right side direction and 5 Newton into downward direction. Now the question given when these two forces act on the same point. Same point. It is very important. Same point. Highlight the same point. The direction and magnitude of the resultant force accurately indicated by. Okay, same point means think this is my point. This is my point. From this point, 12 Newton force into right side direction. 12 Newton and same point 5 Newton force into downward direction. 5 Newton into downward direction. Okay, now you can understand these two force acting along perpendicular directions with 90-degree right angle. Then you can calculate the resultant force. Now you can decide the resultant force direction. The resultant force direction is this. Now no need to calculate the magnitude. The answer is first one. Answer is first one. No need to calculate the magnitude, because in this direction given only one answer, only first one. The answer one, but we can calculate the magnitude as well. How we get the resultant force? R equal P squared plus Q squared square root. Do you remember equation? Now P squared is 12 squared plus 5 squared mean 5 squared square root. Now 12 squared 144 plus 5 squared 25 square root. Now the answer 169 square root is coming. It is 13 Newton. 13 Newton. 13 Newton resultant force coming into this direction. If you want, you can find this angle, whatever angle you can calculate, but don't need. This question asks only approximate direction. Any doubt? Only approximate direction is asking. Any doubt? If you have any doubt, please ask. Any doubt? Good. No doubt. Okay, very simple questions. Very simple questions. Okay. Very good question. Which of the following is a disadvantage of the friction? Okay, the first answer is transmission belt. Transmission belt. Where we can see transmission belts? Do you have seen transmission belt? Dinul? කොහෙද අපිට හොයාගන්න පුළුවන්? Transmission belt? Yeah, in vehicles. In vehicles, I think I will show you transmission belts. Okay, they are the transmission belts. Transmission belts. From one point to another point, we can transfer the rotary power in the transmission rotary power. You know, the piston make reciprocation power, up and down force that we called as reciprocation power. The reciprocation power that by the engine entering what we call that crankshaft, it is converted into rotary power that you I think still you not covered automobile part. In automobile part you discussing this the energy transmission of the engine, power transmission of the engine in engine by in the crankshaft. This reciprocation power convert into rotary power. This rotary power then transmit to flywheel. Okay, if you, I think do have seen this transmission belt, you can see in the small tractors uh, the flywheel to gearbox. In engines mainly power is generate on the pistons. This power is a reciprocal power. That means up and down power, up and down force, that we call as reciprocation. Okay, that you can discuss in the automobile in engineering technology and biosystem technology. Also, you're doing some part in tractors, the agriculture related things. Pistons. Then it is transferred to crankshaft. Then this crankshaft convert into rotary power and transfer to flywheel. Then this flywheel to gearbox. The energy transfer by transmission belts. Transmission power between pulleys using friction, motion, speed change, and smooth operation. Yes, transmission belts are if you have seen small tractors, in outside you can see between gearbox and flywheel and gearbox, the energy transmission by transmission belts. Okay, then is it advantage or disadvantage? Friction advantage or disadvantage? Transmission belt? Others? Is it advantage or disadvantage? It is advantage. We think no any friction between transmission belt and the pulley. Then what happened? Only pulley rotation. The belt is not rotating. With pulley, the belt rotating due to the friction. It is a yes, very good. It needs friction. It is advantage. It's not the answer. It is advantage. The question is disadvantage. This. Third one, the grinding machine. The grind due to the friction. No? If there are no friction, no any grind grinding. That's also advantage. Holding a glass of water by hand. Yeah, that's also advantage. We can something hold on our hand due to the friction. If there are no any friction, it need to hold down. Okay, that's a advantage. Vehicle moving forward. I told in the lesson. Yeah, answer is two. Yeah, answer is two. I explain other things, other whole advantage. I told in the lesson, the vehicle moving, when rotate the vehicle wheel, the vehicle moving due to the friction between land and the vehicle wheel, and the we walking. If it is very slippery, the friction is very low, then is it easy to walk? No, it is difficult. Why? The friction is very important for our walking, and the moving forward of vehicle, they are advantage. Okay, that is the rotation of a wheel around an axle. The rotation of wheel. Think this is axle. The wheel is connected to this axle. The wheel is connected to this axle. Then when the wheel is rotating, the friction force between this axle and wheel, it is a disadvantage. Is it disadvantage? Therefore, we have to use different lubricants, grease, and bearings for reduce this at disadvantage. Okay, therefore, the rotation a wheel around an axle, it is disadvantage. The answer is second one. Understood? Go to the question number 5. A uniform rod of mass 3 Newton is subjected to a force of 6 Newton through its center of gravity. Okay, before go to the question, send me what is the meaning of the center of gravity? That we called, there is another name like gravitational point. Gravitational point cannot give. Gravitational point. Gravitational point. Gravitational point. Gravitational point. What's the meaning? Gravitational point or center of gravity. Center of gravity. Center of gravity. Very good. Point from which the weight of the act towards the ground. Very good. Yeah, balancing point. Now think this is my pen. If I balance like this, this point is the gravitational point of this pen. This is the gravitational point. Actually, the gravitational point, the point where the entire weight of this object is acting. The entire weight acting point that we called as a gravitational point. We discussed in the lesson in the Newton's third law, the weight, we can calculate the mass multiplied by the gravitational acceleration. The weight acting, entire weight acting point of this object, we called as a gravitational point or center of gravity. Center of gravity or gravitational point. Forces of 1 Newton and 2 Newton from its two ends as shown in the figure. When this rod is released, freely released. Okay, now if it is, now we are okay, how we can understand this question? Okay, again start reading. A uniform rod of mass, there is a problem here. This question, the mass cannot be 3 Newton, no? It should be weight. Sorry, it should be weight. But for your answer, you can get the word should be weight, because the weight, because the mass cannot 3 Newton. The weight of the object is the 3 Newton. The weight of the object. Okay, before that, what's the meaning of the uniform rod? How we can define the uniform rod? Uniform rod එකක් කියන්නේ. Uniform rod. Uniform rod. Fatima, at what time you need to pray? 7? Okay. 5 minutes enough? Fatima, 5 minutes ඇතිද? Okay. Okay, I will give you 7 to 7, 8 minutes. Others, we have to give 8 minutes. Yes. What a uniform rod? What's the meaning of the uniform? The uniform rod means a rod which has the same mass per unit length. Very good. Throughout the length, yes. The shape and the weight of throughout the rod is same. That's the meaning of uniform rod. Uniform rod. Uniform rod. The center of rod that lies the middle point which have equal both sides. Yes, that means the uniform rod mean the weight, shape, mass, everything evenly distribute throughout the length. That's the meaning of the uniform rod. As example, same as the meter ruler. The meter ruler is a example for uniform rod. Okay, this is a uniform rod with weight 3 Newton. You already know if it is uniform rod, the gravity point should be the midpoint. If it is only uniform, now this pen is not uniform. You can see the shape is differ, vary. Therefore, it is the center point. It's not the sorry, the gravitational point, not the center. You can see this length is greater than this length, the center. But in uniform objects, it is balanced on the center point. Therefore, this is the weight acting point. This is 3 Newton. This is the weight of the object. It is the center point. Then we can decide. It is center point. Sorry, battery low. Yeah, sorry. Okay, first of all, now this is a force system on a uniform object. Uniform object, four forces act on uh, same object, same uniform object. Now, first of all, you just need to find, is there any linear displacement or no? Make a linear displacement එකක් තියනවද නැද්ද කියලා. How we can decide? First of all, you just need to calculate the resultant force of this force system. The resultant force. How we get the resultant force? 3 Newton, 2 Newton, and 1 Newton into downward direction. Then into downward direction, total force is 6 Newton. Into upward direction, 6 Newton. Now, two forces acting along opposite direction with same magnitude. What is the resultant force? 0. The R equals 0 Newton. Therefore, is there any linear displacement? Is there any linear displacement? No any linear displacement. How we can decide? The resultant force is 0. The resultant force is 0. Therefore, no any linear displacement because it is released from rest. Rest again tama release karan. In this question, not given if it is moving. If it is moving, it is possible to moving with uniform velocity. But now it don't have any linear displacement. Now you have to consider this is the center point. Now, if you got the moment of forces, okay, this the 2 Newton clockwise moment of force, 1 Newton anti-clockwise, 2 Newton clockwise, 1 Newton anti-clockwise. Then we can decide. Then we can get this length is same, x and x. This length, it is a center point. Then x and x, we don't know what's the value, but it is same. Both sides same. Then we can say the clockwise moment of force, clockwise moment of force, clockwise moment of force 2x, anti-clockwise moment of force, anti-clockwise 1x. 1x means x. Is it same? No, same. It is not same. It is not equal. Therefore, it is rest. Oh, it don't have any linear displacement. That is correct. Don't have any linear displacement, but it is rotating. It is rotating. Therefore, answer is only rotation occurs. Only rotation occurs. If any doubt, please ask. If any doubt, please ask. If you anyone need to pray, now you can go. And we start again within 5 minutes, after 5 minutes. If anyone has doubt, please send me. I will realize that. Okay. Sorry, I late. Okay. I got the question number 5. It's only rotating. No any linear displacements. It's only rotating. Only rotating. No any linear displacement. Why it is? How we can decide it's rotating? It's rotating. Why? The more than clockwise movement. Sorry, more than anti-clockwise movement of force. It's the clockwise movement of is greater. Therefore, it is not only rotating that we can decide. It is rotating into clockwise or anti-clockwise. Then it is rotating. That's clear. It is exactly rotating. According to these values, we can say it is what direction it is rotating. Which direction it is rotating? Which? Yes. Others? Yes. Good. Very good. It is rotating into clockwise direction. Why? More than anti-clockwise direction, clockwise movement of force is greater. Clockwise movement of force is greater than anti-clockwise movement of force. Therefore, clockwise movement of force is greater than anti-clockwise movement of force. Therefore, it is rotating into clockwise direction. Clockwise direction. Into this direction. Okay. Final question, the final point. Why we not consider this 6 Newton and 3 Newton while calculating the moment of force? Why? Can anyone send me the reason? Why we not consider 6 Newton and 3 Newton while calculating the moment of force? Why? Actually, it not need to consider. No need to consider. Why? Yes. 6 Newton and 3 Newton acting point is the center point. Acting point is center point. Therefore, think this is the center and this is a rotating point. Yes. This is a rotation point. If it is force applied from the rotation point, is it any rotation? No. If it is rotation, if it is applied force on this point, it's no rotation. But this point, it is rotating. This point, rotating. But on center point, applied whatever direction force, no rotation. The reason is you already know the movement of force. This is very important. Moment of force, what is the equation? Moment of force equation is force multiplied by the perpendicular distance between force and the reference point. No? Then the F into D, FD. Now on this 6 and 3 Newton, if it is 6 Newton, the distance is 0. Then entire moment of force is 0. No any rotation. If 3 Newton, same. No any distance from the reference point. Therefore, it's the moment of force value is 0. Therefore, in calculating the moment of force, we don't need to consider these two forces, but in resultant force, we have to consider. Understood? Good. It is only rotating. Okay. 6. Which of the following forces shown in the figure below will give the greatest acceleration to the object named M? Okay, that same object, m, same objects given, same object given. Then same, which of the following force shown in the figure below will give a greatest acceleration? Greatest acceleration. Okay, if it is accelerating Newton's first law or second law, it is Newton's second law. It's Newton's second law. Acceleration. The object is unbalanced. Object is unbalanced. Object unbalanced means F equal ma. According to Newton's second law, F equal ma. Now the mass of the object is constant. The same object means the mass constant. Then increase the acceleration. Increase acceleration. What is the requirement? The unbalanced force or resultant force should be greater. That's only. Because the mass is a same object. The mass is same. Mass is a constant. Therefore, if need to get greatest acceleration, the unbalanced force must increase. Unbalanced force must increase. Now, that means the greatest acceleration is the greatest unbalanced force. Greatest acceleration given the object with greatest unbalanced or resultant force. Then we can get the first one. First one, what is the unbalanced or resultant force? First answer. What is the resultant force on first object? Very good. 2 Newton into left side direction. I told you have to mention the direction as well. 2 Newton into left side direction. This one. Very good. 20 Newton into left side direction. Left side direction. Good. This one. 10 Newton into left side direction. This one. 12 Newton into left side direction. This one, it's a balanced one. No resultant force. 0 Newton. This is a balanced object. Therefore, is there any acceleration on fifth object? No any acceleration. The acceleration 0. Then the question asks greatest acceleration given, greatest resultant force. Answer number 2. Answer number 2. Answer number 2. Everyone correct? හැමෝම හරිද? Good. How we decide the mass is constant? Because m, same object. Same object. Therefore, if we need to get, yes, very good, Sarmin. If you need to get greatest acceleration, we need to provide greatest resultant force. Greatest resultant force. Okay, answer number 2. Question number 7. Which of the following units of momentum? Okay, units you can get. Can you send me what is the meaning of the momentum that we discussed in the lesson? What is the meaning of the momentum? What's the meaning of the momentum? Momentum meaning? Very good. No, Fatima, not the quantity of motion. Actually, not the quantity of motion. not the ability. The momentum mean that is momentum force, Kabir. It is not the moment of force, momentum. Momentum. Moment of force, okay. Moment of force means the ability of rotation. The momentum means the reluctance of any object to change the motion type. Think we have vehicle. Think in highway, a vehicle is moving. If we try to stop this vehicle, the reluctance or difficulty we called as a momentum. There are two main factors affect on the momentum. There are two main factors. The first one is the mass of the object. The second one is the velocity of the object. Velocity of the object. Mass and the velocity are the two main factors affect on the momentum. Okay, when increase the mass, this reluctance, what happened? When increase the mass, think with same speed, three-wheeler and container moving. Which one most difficult to change the motion type? Change the motion type mean moving object stop or stopping object moving like this. Change the motion type. Which one is difficult? Container, no? Then mass increase, the momentum in capital M. Momentum increase, directly proportional. Velocity increase, think same container. No, same tree wheel. Two tree wheels. One tree wheel moving with 100 kilometers per hour. Second tree wheel moving with 20 kilometers per hour. Which one very difficult to stop? 100 one, no? Velocity increase, what happened? The reluctance to change the motion type is increasing. Both directly proportional. Then we can get the momentum. Mass into velocity. Momentum equal mass into velocity. Then we can get the unit kilograms meters per second. Kilograms meters per second. Kilograms meters per second. Understood, Kabir? The answer number 3, I think. Kilograms meters per second. Kilograms meters per second. Understood? Okay. Okay. What is the momentum? difficulty or reluctance of any object to change the motion type, that we called as the momentum. The momentum, there are two main factors affect on the momentum: the mass of the object and the velocity of the object. When increase the mass, the momentum, the reluctance is increasing. When increase the velocity of the object, the momentum, the reluctance is increasing. Then both directly proportional. Then we can say the equation for the momentum equal mv, mass into velocity, mass kilogram into ms minus 1. Good. Come to question number 8. Simple question. A car with a mass of 900 kilogram moving along a straight line accelerate from rest to speed 12 meters per second. M divided by s mean meters per second within 8 seconds. The force required for this moment, force required, how we calculate? Okay, again same concept. Now this object velocity, rest mean the velocity 0. Rest mean velocity 0 as I given here. And it is increased up to 12 meters per second within 2 seconds. Within 2 seconds. Sorry, within 8 seconds. Within 8 seconds. The time interval is 8 seconds. It is given. Time is 8 seconds. Time is 8 seconds. Then tell me, this object is balanced or unbalanced? This object balanced or unbalanced? Balanced or unbalanced? It is unbalanced. Yes, exactly, unbalanced. Yes, it is unbalanced. Why? It is accelerating. Accelerating means unbalanced according to then Newton's second law. Newton's second law, F equal ma. Now the mass of the object given 900 kilogram. 900 kilogram. The acceleration of the object, that is not given, but we can calculate that. No? Acceleration mean v2 minus v1 divided by t. That means velocity difference. 12 minus 0. Final velocity minus initial velocity. What is the initial velocity? Rest. Rest means 0. Divide by time, 8 seconds. 8 seconds. It is ms minus 1. 8 seconds. 8 seconds. Then 900 multiplied by 8 divided by 4, it is 3 over 2. No? Then cancelled into 450. 450 multiplied by 3, it is 1350 is the answer. 1350 is the answer. 1350 is the answer. Understood? Any doubt up to now? Now we discussed 8 questions. Anyone correct all questions? All question correct? Good. Others? Raise hand. Raise hand. Raise hand. Good. 1, 2, 3. Good. Sandro also. Good, good, good. Okay. Kabir also. Good, good. Okay. 6 students. Very good. Others, if you have any mistake, please correct them when I discussing. Okay? They are very simple, common questions. Only you need to a lot of questions. Okay, a lot of questions. The thing is balance force equilibrium. Our final day lesson. Therefore, final day lesson is very important. If you miss anyone, please go to the website and watch the recording. The final day, part 10, force lesson part 10, that you can watch in the website. It is most important for summarize and combine all theories for one question. Actually, okay, this lot of questions based on the balance force, sorry, equilibrium, balance or unbalance, balance or unbalance. It is very simple thing. If it is if there are any unbalanced force, it is accelerating, exactly, accelerate or decelerate. If there are no any unbalanced force, that means balance, it is moving with uniform velocity or rest. That's only Newton's law, mainly Newton's law. Okay, come to question number 9. A person of 80 kilogram. There is a mistake on this question. Have you found any mistake here? Actually, is it possible? Not he dies. No, I am asking, a person mass 80 kilogram fall to the ground. Fall to the ground. Is it possible to fall with uniform velocity? Normally, if I release any object from freely in our atmosphere, is it possible to fall with uniform velocity? Now, if anything release, now think, if I release this, is it uniform velocity or accelerate? If it is uniform velocity, it should come like this, but it is accelerating. No? See, it is accelerating. It is accelerating. If you want, we can say the value. It is accelerating with gravitational acceleration. No? The gravitational acceleration 10 meters per square second. It is this object accelerating. If I release freely, it is accelerating with 10 meters per second. If I release with force like this, then it is accelerating more than 10. More than 10. If I release with some additional force like this, it is accelerating more than 10. If I release freely, it is moving with gravitational acceleration. Therefore, this question is wrong. Actually, this question is correct, but one word is missing. A person of 80 kilogram falls to the ground with ground by parachute endowed. Parachute. Now correct. Yeah. Answer correct, Dinul, but it is impossible if any person or whatever object release freely, it is impossible without upward force. It is impossible to act uniform velocity, moving with uniform velocity. Yeah, you answer correct, but now correct. Now the question is now correct. The question now correct. But I am not sure your paper also have this mistake or not. This is my 25 students paper. Actually, I am doing 25 paper. You have only 15 questions now. 25 students paper. I think 30 questions there. See, it has more advanced questions as well. I think your one also. Your paper also, this question same, right? I don't sure. මෙහෙමමද තියෙන්නේ නැත්නම් same. Yeah, up to 15 it's okay. Up to 15. That's for you. For 25 students, I have had another 15 question with advanced calculation. In your level, don't need advanced calculation, only this level enough. Okay, now get the answer and send me. A person of mass 80 kilogram falls to the ground with parachute with the uniform velocity of 3 meters per second. The result force act on him. What is the answer? Think now. Think. Very simple. No any calculation required. If you want, you can calculate and get the answer, but no need. Mariam, what's the answer? Yes. Correct, son. Others, you met? Fatima? Good. Yeah. Correct, Mark. Yes. Okay, first one, understand this very simple thing. Okay. Now there is a people. This is people. In the question, before I correct the question, previous Yeah. Previously, the mass of the weight, the mass of the people, the mass M equal 80 kilogram, 80 kilogram. And the weight of the people, weight of the person, it's 800 Newton. 800 Newton. Then you already know there is no any force into upward direction. There is no any force into upward direction. Yeah, very good, Fatima. Now there are two Fatima. Now number of Fatima, 2. Okay. Okay, I told you, if it is freely fall into ground, it is freely released without any parachute or whatever external force, the weight into ground direction, it is 800. No any upward force. Therefore, it is accelerating. See, F equal ma, the unbalanced force 800, the mass is 80. It is accelerating with gravitational acceleration. It is the person accelerating to downward direction with 10 meters per square second. But this question, it is moving with uniform velocity due to this parachute. Due to this parachute. Now into upward direction, by air resistant 800 Newton into upward direction, the weight also same. Then what happened? He is falling with uniform velocity. Uniform velocity. Uniform velocity. Uniform velocity. It is uniform velocity. Then we can say 800, 800, no any resultant force, the R equal 0. 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 This is very, very good question. I got the answer for this one. If you got answer for this one, you are super. Who got the answer? Who got the answer for this one? Very good, Kabe. Others? Very good. You may. Very good. Very, very good. Yes, all are correct. Okay, now if you read the question, it is given very clearly. Two forces named P and Q acting along perpendicular directions are P and Q acting along perpendicular directions. P and Q. P and Q acting along perpendicular directions like this. The magnitude of the P force is 10 Newton. It is 10 Newton. And Q force makes an angle with the resultant force, it is 60 degrees. 60 degrees. Then the question asks, what is the magnitude of the Q force? What's the magnitude of the good? No, Sandra. No. The magnitude of the Q is asking. Okay, tell me, think if you don't know this theta, think this one is theta. If you don't know this theta, and if you know what the value of q, if you know the value of q, good, Dinu. If you know the value of q, we can get the theta by tan theta. Tan theta equal, I told in this type questions, we consider this as a rectangle. This type two perpendicular forces as rectangle, then this theta we can calculate by tan, opposite over adjacent. Opposite side divide by adjacent. Then I told in rectangle, opposite sides are equal. Therefore, this opposite side, the opposite, this one need opposite first. Opposite, we can get 10 over P over Q. P over Q means 10 over Q. We don't know what's the value of Q, but this theta is tan theta, tan 60. It is given. Tan 60 equal 10 over Q. Tan 60 equal 10 over Q. Now, tan 60 value, you can get the calculator or simple table. What's the tan 60 value? I told tan 31 over root 3, tan 60 root 3, tan 45 1. Then tan 60 equal root 3. Root 3 equal 10 over Q. 10 over Q. Now, isolate the Q. Q equal 10 over root 3. 10 over root 3. As I remember, this value come in 5.77, right? Yes, 5.77 is coming. Now, but answers given with 1 decimal point, you can round off into 1 decimal point. Then the second decimal point greater than 5, then 5.8. Approximately 5.8 Newton is the Q. Answer number 2. Sanura got? Sanura, you got? Any doubt? Please ask. Mariam? Sarmia? Sanura, I got? No, no. I asked, are you understand the method? Okay. Okay, question number 11. Question number 11. Consider the following statements regarding the moment of force and couple of force. Everything in moment of force and couple of force we discussed in the lesson. First one, the magnitude of the moment of force depends on the point at which the moment is taken. Correct or wrong? Harid, the magnitude of the moment of a the magnitude of the moment of force depend on the point at which the moment is taken. Is it correct? Correct or wrong? Correct or wrong? Yes, it is correct. Why? Now every point you should have a reason. Okay, this is physics, no? Yes. Why? Think this is the moment of force. Think it is F and D. Think it is A and B and C 3 points. When increase the distance, I told the moment of force value is increasing. The ability is increasing. Changing the point, change the distance. Yes, changing the distance. Then moment of force equal F into D. F into D. Distance increase mean moment of force changing. Yes. It is depend on the point at which movement is taken. Yes. Okay. Next one. The magnitude of the moment of couple of force depend on the point at which the moment is taken. Is it correct? It's wrong. Yes. Why? The couple of force mean like this. Couple of force mean, as we discussed earlier, like the water tap, no? Rotation of the water tap, like this. F into 5 Newton, 5 Newton. 5 Newton, 5 Newton, 2 meter thing. If you got the moment of couple of force, any point, think A, B, C, 3 points. If you got the moment of couple in any point, A point or B point or C point, what is the equation? The one force value multiplied by the perpendicular distance between two forces. Then A point value is 10, B point value 10, C point value 10. No any difference. It is not varying according to the point. So understand with reason, not only true or false. The magnitude of the moment of couple of force depend on the point at which the moment is taken. Wrong. False. The magnitude of the moment of couple of force is equal to the product of magnitude of one force and perpendicular distance between two forces. Yeah, exactly. This is the magnitude of the moment of couple. Yes, exactly correct. The answer should be A and C only. The answer should be A and C only. The answer should be A and C only. A and C only. Any doubt? Any doubt? No. Question number 12. An object is in equilibrium when three forces act on it. In the lesson, if you go to the tutor, final page, final sentence, final paragraph. Object equilibrium when three forces act on it, act on object. Consider following expressions. And the question asks the above factors always true. Always true is important. Always true. It's important. Always true. Always true factors. Okay, three forces, equilibrium. No, three forces act on an object, all are equilibrium. Okay, the three forces must meet at one point. Is it must? Is it must? Now think three forces, 2 Newton, 3 Newton, 5 Newton. It is balanced. Now on same point, with 3 Newton, 4 Newton, and it is 5 Newton. That's not also balanced. It is not must. It is not must. With the three forces must meet at one point, it is possible, but it is not must. Therefore, it's wrong. The question has always true answers. Always true answers. Okay, this question you have to think bit different way. Three forces must, with starting from 1.3 forces, it is possible to equilibrium. It's okay. But is it not compulsory? Without 1 point meet, without 1 point starts also, they can balance with three forces. Therefore, it's not a compulsory thing. Therefore, must, wrong. Understood? Any doubt? Fatima, you got? B. The three forces must be parallel to each other. Parallel to each other, all three forces? No. If it is parallel, okay. If it with parallel also, is it possible to balance? But without parallel also, it is possible to balance. Parallel to each other, no. Parallel to each other, no. The result of the moment, of force about any point must be zero. This is correct. About any point, the result of moment, it's zero. The result of moment is zero. The result of moment is zero. Therefore, the answer is only C. In doubt, please ask. Only C is correct. Only C is always true. Others sometimes can be true, but it is not compulsory. Are you good, Kabir? Any doubt? Please understand, okay? Starting from 1 point, also forces balancing, three forces possible to balance, but it is not compulsory. With parallel three forces possible to balance, but it's also not compulsory. Without parallel also, there are balance systems. Dinul, good? Okay, go to 13 question. Consider the following statement about certain mass. An object is remain at rest. An object is remain at rest. No resultant force is applied. Correct? an object is remain at rest. If no resistance force is applied, correct? Yes. If no resistance force is applied, yes, it's correct. If there is no any resistance force, that's mean balance. No resistance force is applied. No resistance force is applied. It is rest. It is rest. Yes. According to Newton's first law, the force must be applied to change the direction of the moment. A force must be applied to change the direction of movement. Yes, yes. Think this object is now moving into one direction. If you want to change the direction, we need to apply force. We need to apply force. Correct, correct. The result of the result force is inversely proportional to the rate of change of momentum. Correct. The result force is inversely proportional to the rate of change of momentum. Good. No. Then what is the correct way? Which word is wrong? Yes, this word is wrong. It is directly proportional. Directly proportional. Okay, I'll show you how it is directly proportional. Okay, in the Newton's second law, in lesson we already discussed Newton's second law. We can explain by the momentum change. Momentum change as it. Then we already discussed the unbalanced force directly proportional to the rate of momentum change. Rate of momentum change. Rate of momentum change. Then F is directly proportional. F mean unbalanced force or resultant force. If directly proportional, that means proportional mark. Rate of momentum change mean momentum change divide by time. Momentum change divide by time. Then if directly proportional, momentum change mean we can say the momentum change by symbols mv2 squared, half mv squared. Sorry, half mv2 minus no squared mv1 divide by time. mv2 minus mv1, final momentum minus initial momentum divide by time. That's a momentum change divide by time. Okay, then we can get F directly proportional to m v2 minus v1, because m is common to both sides. Then divide by time. Now it is directly proportional to m v2 minus v1, velocity change divide by time. What is this? Velocity change divide by time. v2 minus v1 mean final velocity minus initial velocity divide by time. What is this? This is acceleration. Yes, it is acceleration. It is acceleration. Then if directly proportional to the ma, then I can remove this proportional mark by adding k ma. Now I told in physics, in Newton's second law, the k value, the k constant is 0. Then the F equal ma is, if it is k value is 0, k equals 0. Sorry, k equal 1, k equal 1, 1. K constant value is 1, F equal ma. This is Newton's second law related to momentum. Momentum change rate directly proportional to the unbalanced force. The momentum change rate directly proportional to the unbalanced force. It is not inversely proportional. That's why the third answer, third point is wrong. It is wrong. Only A and B. The true statements A and B. A and B only. A and B only. A and B only. Okay, next one is the most important question. How we get this? Now it is very short question. It is not possible for the resultant force of two forces, 5 Newton and 6 Newton. The resultant force, that means net force or unbalanced force of two forces. Okay, how many types of resultant force of two forces we discussed? Two forces acting along same direction, two forces acting along opposite direction, two forces acting along perpendicular directions, two forces acting along different angle directions. We already discussed. Different four main types we discussed. But this question not given what is the how these two forces at A, how their behavior. Then how we can decide this question? Question asks not possible value. Not possible value. How we can decide? Can anyone suggest any method? Method එකක් හොයාගන්න බලන්න. Anyone got this answer? Fatima, you got this answer? Habib? What's the reason? Answer correct. I need rational reason. Rational reason. Anyone? No, Dinu, wrong. Yeah, very good. Now, Dinu, it is 5 Newton and 6 Newton. 5 Newton and 6 Newton. Yes. Kabir correct. That's the reason. Two forces. How many methods it can attain? It can behave in two forces act this 5 Newton and 6 Newton act into same direction, act into opposite direction and different angles. With different angles, you can see 5 Newton, 6 Newton. different angles, no? Different angles. We don't know what is the. We don't know what's the direction. But remember, when two forces act on any object, the maximum value is 5 Newton and 6 Newton. The maximum result force of two forces, it is the when the two forces act into same direction. That means 11 Newton. The maximum result force, the maximum R value is 11 Newton. The maximum R value is 11 Newton of these two forces. Then what is the minimum value? The minimum result force is when these two forces act into opposite directions. Now 6 Newton and 5 Newton act into opposite direction. 5 Newton act along opposite direction. Then the minimum result force is coming. Minimum result force. The minimum result force is 6 minus 5. It is 1 Newton. Then possible range. When change the angle, it is always change between 1 and 11. Then the possible range is 1 and 11 Newton. The possible range, you can see 2 Newton within the range, 4 Newton within the range, 3.5 within the range, 10.5 within the range, but 11.5, 11.1 out of the range. Therefore, is it impossible? I got Sarnya. Do I need to explain again? If you want, you can try. Okay, you can try. You can try to get result force 5 and 6, 5 Newton and 6 Newton acting along perpendicular directions. 6 Newton, 5 squared plus 6 squared square root. That's mean 25 plus 36 square root. What is the value? 25 plus 36 mean 61 square root. 61 square root exactly coming between 1 and 11 value. No? Yes. It is 7-point value, I think. Therefore, the maximum result force of two forces, it is given into same direction result force, that means adding the minimum result force value into opposite direction result force value, it is subtracting. Note down these important points. It will be important for your next Saturday exam. Final question. When a force of 100 Newton is applied along the inclined plane to keep rest a mass of 5 kilogram placed on the plane inclined at an angle 30 degree to the horizontal, the friction force acting between the inclined plane and the object is. The friction force is asking. I got anyone answer? Anyone got the answer? Yeah, last week also we did this type questions. Yes, Dinul, correct. Others? Yes. Fatima, I got. Very good. Now, this is the actually they are the exam type question. Okay, if now this is my question. Okay, this is my question. If you go to exam question, these exam questions I gave for 2025 students. Okay, the same question, same our paper. Okay, this question I discussed for 2024 students as well. The same questions. This is 2024 exam paper, exam question. You can see same question asked. Same question, only values are different. Okay. When a force of 100 Newton is applied along the inclined plane to keep rest. The object is keep rest. That means keep rest means balance or unbalance. You have decided. Balance or unbalance. The object is balance, no? Object already balanced. Object is balanced. The 5 kilogram is the mass. The angle is 30 degrees. It is given. The friction is asking. The friction is asking. Okay, when we apply external force into upward direction, can you say what is the direction of the friction force before calculation? What is the direction of the friction force? The friction force direction? Downward, along the surface, downward. Why? The friction is a resistant force, as we discussed. Yes, this is the friction force direction. I will mark here. The friction force F dash. This F dash is asking. F dash is asking. Okay, now if it is balanced, okay, other point, if it is now the question given, this is a rest object. Now, if it is raised, how about the unbalanced force or resultant force? It must zero, correct? It is zero. The resultant force is zero. Sorry, zero. The resultant force is zero. Zero. The result, no any resultant force. Then 100 Newton upward force, 100 Newton upward force, downward force must be 100. Downward force also 100. But the problem is there is another force component act to the downward direction that we called as a weight. Weight is 50 Newton. 50 Newton. This is 90 and this one 30. This angle is 60. This angle 60. Therefore, the force component act into a downward direction. A component of force of weight act towards the downward direction along the slope. Okay, now we can get this component is 50, angle direction cos 60. Now you can get cos 60 equal half. Now it is 25 Newton. Okay, 25 Newton already act towards the downward direction, 25 Newton. 25 Newton already act towards the downward direction. Therefore, friction force only required 75 Newton. If you couldn't get this, please ask. The friction force 75 Newton. If you have doubt, please ask. Mariam, Samya. Mariam? Good. If not, please send me. I can explain again. We have more 5 minutes. Yeah. First of all, you have to read the answer given concept and understand. The question given concept and understand. The question given, the object is already rest object. If it is rest object, you should understand it is a balance object and the resultant force act on this object is 0. The resultant force 0. Now, the resultant force 0. If it is resultant force 0, applied force is 100 Newton, and then if it is downward force also 100, it is balanced, no? The resultant force is 0. 100, 100, then balance, the resultant force is 0. 100 minus 100, 0. Then if there are no any force, additional force, it is 100 friction force is required. 100 friction force is required. But due to the weight of the object, last day we discussed, if you couldn't get full idea, please watch the final day. I think then, yes, final day lesson, we discussed essay questions from this part. Okay. We have to resolve this into this way, force resolution. Then one force component act towards the downward along the surface. This value is 25 Newton. It is downward. 25 Newton already acting on the object, 25 Newton force into downward. Then if it is 25 Newton, additionally by friction force, it need only 75 Newton. Now 75 Newton and 25 Newton, downward 100 Newton, upward 100 Newton. The force, the system is already balanced. That's why it is rest. Now, okay. If you not clear this one, the meaning you have missed the final day lesson. You have to go to, I have already uploaded into a website. You can watch the recording and again come to this question and work on this. Then you will understand. You can understand. Okay, that's all about the tutorial. If you want, I will give you this paper remaining part. Actually, it is past paper questions. I think you can try these questions. You can download the past papers in our website. I have uploaded everything into website. You can download, and mark scheme also there. You can try these questions. This is same concept, but you have to think in exam level. Mean actually you have to improve your thinking gradually. I don't think so in your level you can try these questions, but when we discussing other lessons and it is your thinking, we can increase, we can improve. After that you can, now 25 students and 26 students. If you're doing 26, you can try 27, no problem. You have more time. 26 students, if you're doing 26 A level, you can try this question and check you understand. It is force lesson question, but sometimes other lessons also important for this question. That's why. Okay, for this question, this type question, we need the rotational motion as well. For this one, also rotational motion required. For this one, for this question, we need the electricity lesson for the magnetic force calculation. Okay, this type thinking questions coming always there for you. You only need to, it is not enough work on lessons. You have to improve your thinking and thinking improving when it is practicing. You have to discuss, you have to do more questions. That's why I'm doing next week exams. And when you're doing our program, it will it will improve your thinking patterns. Okay, it will, no need to put more effort, it will gradually increase. Any doubt about exam or today paper? Okay, then ready for the exam. Now force lesson, I think, okay, you have to go through again measurement lesson. Measurement, vernier caliper, micrometer, screw gauge, triple beam balance, and all instrument, all zero errors, how we calculate, how we rectify, how we avoid the zero error and doing calculation, everything again revise and go through them. If you want, you can watch the recordings. If you cannot access, please send me. Okay, that's all for today. If you have any doubt, please send. Duration of the exam, you have 1.5 hours. 10:30 to, sorry, 8:30 to 10. You have 1.5 hours. AI me? All right. Okay. Okay, that's all for today. Then ready for, you have 2 more days. You can ready, and actually 1 day you have. You can ready and come to the exam. Okay. Good night.